What a beautiful day. This summer has been rather weird. We've had a wet summer, we've had an overcast and dull summer, and then we've had 1 or 2 days of quite good heat. And today it's sort of broken from a dull period, and I'm filming in July. Today I've started my walk. I'm going up, the theory is that I'm going to go up to the top of Steyning Bowl. Steyning is in West Sussex. It's about 6 miles from Worthing off the coast, and Steyning's just inland, of course. And I started at Bramber Castle, which was an old Norman castle built not long after the Norman invasion, and it was split up and given to one of the land being split up into rapes and given to one of William the Conqueror's earls, I suppose. Anyway, I'm following the Monarch's Way, which is, I think it's something like 625 miles, can't remember exactly, and it works its way down from Shropshire, I believe, at Byscobel House, where King, or was he the king at the time? Charles II, anyway, was hiding in an oak tree, and he made his way down towards Shoreham in a sort of circuitous route, really. And this is a walk that has been established as a likely version of his trip, although of course it may be slightly different. It's aimed really for walkers, a long distance walk. So we're going to try that and get up across this country, across the South Downs up to Steyning Bowl. That's the plan. Looking at the map, it looks like I go past Magdalen Farm, which we just saw, and then I turn left onto Soapers Lane. I just met a very nice chap who was telling me that the Soapers Lane takes you up towards the Bostel on Steyning, so that's clearly the right place to go. And he said he'd lived here for something like 40 years, and he wasn't quite sure where the Monarch's Way goes, so I put him right there. Anyway, I'm going to go up this lane past these modern houses and then get onto the open countryside. Just come out into the countryside now, away from the houses, looking back towards Truleigh Hill. Is it Truleigh Hill? Yeah, Truleigh Hill. And then we've got the beginning of the South Downs, and that way will take me towards Coombe Farm, and then on the other side of all of this you'd get to Shoreham Airport. I think it's Brighton and Hove Airport now, they like to call it, but I still think of it as Shoreham Airport because it is in Shoreham, funnily enough. So this road, Soapers Road, it takes us right up. So I forgot that actually, it's all this one private tarmac road. Years ago, when I was making a television pilot idea for a kids program called The Dimwits, about two blokes who's they're working for the refuse collection service for the council of Biggleswick Park, it was, and they end up, don't ask me how, you'll have to watch the, maybe I'll link to it, they end up on a double bed. Now, the idea originally was to come down Soapers Lane. You'll see a bit later as I get up there, it's quite steep, and because it's this lane on concrete and tarmac, the bed would have flowed really nicely down the hill with them on it out of control. A sort of revamp of the Snug and Cosy version that I once made. However, It was stymied because that year we were doing it, Foot and Mouth came along and all farm paths were closed. It's not a really long walk. Maybe I should have said at the outset, it's about a mile, just over a mile and a half, I think, as the crow flies. So it's a pretty direct route anyway. And the unique thing about it, I think, is that it seems quite steady to begin with. And then it gets incredibly steep as you go round the edge of the Coombe, one of these sides of the undulating South Downs. It's rather lovely. I've just passed through a stable yard with a number of horses and various things. I didn't want to film in there because I do try to respect people's privacy. The footpath goes through it, but it is a private house and estate, so just deliberately didn't film there though. Interestingly, as I went, a man stopped his car as he went past me and said, "Hey, Richard Vobes." So I said, "Yes, that's me." He said, "Oh, you don't actually know me?" I said, "Oh, okay." He said, "But I follow you on YouTube." I said, "Oh, thanks very much, that's very kind." He said that he was the tree man at Horsham District Planning Department. So he's out there making sure that if a building project goes ahead, that it's not going to hurt the trees, and he's going to make sure. And apparently somebody wanted to make a little extension or a build thing, and he had to go and check to see that the trees weren't going to be harmed. So I thought, well, good thumbs up to you, sir. So that was very nice, and because it went through my mind, what I should have done is said, "Oh, you should do an interview about what the work involves," because, as you know, I'm very much into protecting trees and also trying to learn all the different trees. I think I've gone off. I've not been concentrating on learning the trees at the moment because of all the other bits and bobs that I'm doing or trying to set up. But I must get back to identifying more of the native species. I've got the basics, but I'm always coming a cropper, especially when I'm filming myself. Right, we're about to, I think, go down a dip and then do the steep climb. Do you remember the film? It was a good book as well. Ice Cold in Alex. Some sheep over there making a good old racket. Ice Cold in Alex with John Mills, Sylvia Sims, and what was the name of the other chap? It'll probably come to me. Anthony Quinn. Brilliant film. And there's a sequence in which they've got to get the ambulance army truck. It's set in the Second World War, somewhere in the desert. And they're trying to transport this truck across, and Anthony Quinn is, we don't know this, or we suspect, is a German spy who's catched a lift with this truck, this ambulance Red Cross truck. They're trying to get it up the hill in the sand, and it becomes pretty impossible, and they're winching it up using the starter motor, I think, the starting handle, and they're basically using the engine to winch this thing up, and it's an arduous task as they dig out the sand and they put down planks. And because this is a route on an old concrete road here, and it winds on and on, it seems to take forever. The film reminded me of that, and eventually they get to the top. Just as they're going there, I can't remember exactly what happens. One of them goes to wipe his hands or something, or wipes his forehead, and for a moment lets go of the starting handle, and the whole thing goes down to the bottom of the hill. It's such a great film, and then they do it all over again. I love it. It's a fantastic film. This is what reminded me. I've not got too far to go, but it's a beautiful, quiet walk with the sheep. I need to get a long lens for this particular camera. I've got a long lens, but it doesn't fit this camera, and even though I can use adapters, they don't fit either, the adapters I've got, so I must invest. Get some close-ups. Onwards and upwards. The sheep there, delightful. Well, this is, in my opinion, this is the best view of the bowl. You can get up onto the road at the top here, and actually, you know, plenty of walks around here. But this, I think, from the side on, is the best view, because you get a sense of the actual bowl. When you're on the top, you skirt over it, and you get terrific views going eastwards, but you don't necessarily get to see the bowl, and that's really what I've come to do. I'm going to reward myself with an apple. I tend not to carry water with me on these short walks. This has been about 1.5 miles, as I say. It's another 1.5 miles, so it's 3 miles. You know, it doesn't really take that long to do, maybe if you're filming. But an apple for me contains enough water to whet my appetite and quench my thirst. Anyway, there it is, Steyning Bowl. From the side, a different view than you normally get. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you out and about on another walk soon. Take care, bye-bye.